welcome to the Millennial Minded Podcast with Marquise
and Gia.
And we are on episode 21 of the pod. Thank you so much for all those who have tuned in and commented and subscribed. We've gotten more subscribers, so thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. And taking your time out of your day, out of your schedule, out of family and all that, just to tune in and listen to us talk about stuff.
Yes. The radio only plays the same songs over and over. So if you're driving to work or driving home from work, type in our podcast. It's a good listen to. They're going to play the same, Lil Uzi songs every 3 minutes anyway.
Exactly.
The same Pop Smoke songs on the radio. Put the podcast in and
ease your mind.
Yes.
And educate yourself.
Yes.
Come up a little higher. So thank you so much. Please follow us at millennial.minded on Instagram. I'm going to put the pen down. And so you can listen to us on Spotify, Pandora, Apple. We're on iHeartRadio. We're on everything now.
Yeah.
All streaming platforms, wherever you listen. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
How was your week? How's your week been?
Marquise been trying to encourage me for the last 30 minutes. I had a good week, but I ain't have a good morning. So Marquise like, you okay, G? I'm like, my eyelashes wouldn't go on. He was like, you don't need the eyelashes. And I'm like, I should bust your window out. Like it's his fault. My eyelashes won't stick. And he like, you don't need all of that. And I'm like, just shut up. But he came through for a sister.
I helped. I assisted as best as I could to put her together.
So the look I gave him options. I came with options, and this is so. If he did good on the look, ladies, I'm teaching you. Just don't ask him what. Give him options and let him choose, and then go with the choice. Because I almost was like,
ooh, that's a good point. You should give your man options to choose from. Because leaving it up to us, not all men are as good at putting together how the lady should dress. Now, those that can, that's a real keeper. That's excellent. That can do that. That can see. You can just look at a woman and tell, okay, that's her size.
All that.
She can size this. I can see what she can wear. Whatever. I can put a woman together. But if you can't, it's okay. No knock on you. Give them some options.
Mm-hmm. And he was like, stick with that, and kill it. I was like, boom.
Yes. Okay, so let's get into what's trending.
What's trending?
So first thing is I got mad texts from a couple of friends of mine.
What?
Biden did not say the N-word. I don't know if you saw.
What?
Yeah, they're like calling for Biden and coming at Biden for an accidental stutter at a speech he was saying. And he's
got a bad stuttering problem though. Yeah.
And it sounded like he dropped the N-bomb.
Did he?
No, he did not drop the N-bomb. But people were just going at him Twitter and blowing it up and T-shirts and memes and everything like that. He did not say the N-word yet, at least. He did not do it. So take it easy on Biden for now, and we can rest easy.
Well, what makes y'all think that certain white people don't? I don't think that some people are as honest as they can when they say they have never used that word. Some people admit and say, well, I don't use it around black people. I only use it when I was really with. But if you know that you've dug mad enough into a person of color, the word probably came out. But we're about to take the effects off that word out at this point. Like we've been called this 100 years now. From now, we still gonna be crying over the N-word. I wouldn't want to hear my president use it, but y'all know damn well that Trump used it. Ain't nobody say nothing to him.
And I know y'all use it at home with your friends while you playing the video games.
Exactly.
Or you stand in front of the mirror and you just kept saying it just to feel
rapping your favorite song, and you don't automatically stop. You go with the flow.
Yeah. So it's okay. What else we got? Stimulus check was at least approved by, I think, Biden. We're still waiting
for Congress. They taking their time. Come on.
I need that 14K.
Yes.
That would be 1,400. Right?
1,400.
Yeah, that would be nice. Another one. So there's a soccer player, pretty famous, named Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He's from Sweden.
Mm-hmm.
He plays for Sweden national team. And he made a comment towards LeBron James saying, do what you're good at, which is stick to sports, stay out of the politics. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to get your opinion on it. LeBron did respond to him because that guy Zlatan had some racism that he had to experience, playing in Europe.
Okay.
As well. So LeBron is pretty educated, pretty smart. He brought that up to the interviewer. Like, isn't that the same guy that said what he went through, blah blah blah. So I'm never gonna not speak up for the people that don't have a voice.
Okay, the NBA to me is the wrong place to play with a black man, because we can't go to Sweden, we can't go to Austria, we can't go to Pakistan and get those players to do what our African American players do for the NBA. That y'all literally have the NBA in y'all hands if y'all think about it. They
can start their own league, but that's not
backs of your majority African American players. Like, yes. Y'all wouldn't have none of what y'all have without your African American players. So now y'all have to deal with them bringing up their causes because they're using their platform on their job to make things aware that we should be aware of. And it just so happens to be our persons of colors issues, because they don't want to say it's a black issue, they don't want to say it's an African American, it's a person of color. So we're using that platform. I don't think the NBA is anywhere that y'all want to play with our black men with, because they really, you can't do nothing without them.
You kind of need them right this point. Yes.
And I wish that they would use that more to be like, yo, work for us.
That's why I said, they can start their own.
The way they wanted to boycott.
Whatever, I forgot what they boycotted last year, but it made some changes happen in that NBA, and they were able to put stuff on their jerseys and bring up social injustices and stuff like that while they were in that bubble. They have a lot of power right now.
I think I seen something that they want, like Kobe Bryant's logo on their on the NBA, because it's like is it a Caucasian man?
Yeah, Jerry West.
Come on, no. Y'all make that happen, NBA. Y'all can literally make that happen.
They really could. I don't know if it's for racial reasons. I just think because they just want to honor Kobe Bryant because he's just so influential and was an amazing player. So I'm for it myself, like putting him as the logo for the NBA going forward. And yes, you're right. They have the power to make that happen. I'm curious to see what's going to happen.
We got a couple of black men that's really in power to what they do, and the NBA is one of them. Yeah, come on and
it wasn't like that all the time. A lot of back in the day, they did not speak about these things. They just played basketball. But our generation, the millennial generation, and the generation after, they bring in the fight for real.
Oh yeah, y'all coming to get them right up out of those ghettos and those colleges, and they've seen what their parents are going through and grandparents, and they not sitting. I love that they not sitting back. Yeah, I think whatever platform you have to use, if you have a mic in front of you, go ahead and use it. If they were using it for a different agenda, would it be less controversial? They were talking about their sneakers and their chains and their houses and whatnot. Nobody have an issue, but when they talk about black rights, stay in your lane. No,
shut up and dribble.
No.
So I love LeBron's response to that, and I think Zlatan is wrong. And it kind of
Zlatan, he's Russian, Czechoslovakian.
He's like Bosnian, but he grew up in Sweden. He plays for the Sweden team.
Oh well, Sweden is a nice little country, but you from the gut.
He is. That's why
Eastern Europe. So you know what the trenches look like. That's why Eastern Europe.
When he plays on the pitch, like he gets racially abused himself, and he has spoken out about it. So I like that LeBron remember that and brought that up when he was asked about it. Like that's the same dude, et cetera, et cetera. Next one is Mr. Potato Head. They are rebranding in the name of being gender neutral,
which we talked about 4 episodes ago. Keep going.
She's the prophet. So, and now they're So they're rebranding. They're removing the Mr. from Mr. Potato Head, just leaving Potato Head. To clarify, they did say they will still be selling Mr. and Mrs. Potato Heads, but going forward, it would just be a potato head. And my question, I saw a commenter say, we're catering to a small fraction of people that are confused about what they are.
That's it. That's it in a nutshell.
And I'm like, I have to agree with this person. Like, that's what we're doing. We're catering to a small fraction of society that apparently can make all these changes and have this big voice, and we're just catering to them. They
said I heard someone say, or I read it somewhere, that like a fraction of Generation Z are gender neutral.
Just a fraction.
Just a fraction of them. They don't identify as male, female. They just gender neutral.
Yeah.
So, oh God. Ladies and gentlemen, when you have a child, your child will be born with a penis or a vagina. Now, if you want to take it to Toys R Us and say a potato should not have a gender, you got too much damn time on your hands. I'm sorry. Y'all got too much time. We're going through a pandemic in this world, and y'all, he's still going to have a mustache, but you're going to take the mister off.
They might take the mustache off. We're going too far with this equality. Again, we want equality, but bro.
Mr. Potato Head.
Mr. Potato Head.
Now it's going to be Cabbage Patch Kids. And, y'all doing way too much. Thomas and the two, they're going to make Thomas not to be a boy. They're going to change his name to Thomasina.
Listen, if that's what you want to do that with your children. If you want your child, your boy to play with dolls. Okay.
But I feel like they taking it away from the men. They're taking it away from the men.
I feel like society is pushing, getting rid of
y'all don't have
men
no problem with the female genders of different things, but when it comes to the male gender, it's like, no, we got to be no, ladies, we still need men. Don't let this society fool you. You want a man with a penis, honey.
I feel like
I don't want no man with no vagina.
The agenda is to get rid of the man.
You want a female with a penis?
No, I don't.
Leave us be.
I know a couple of friends though that was on Tinder. That was talking to some
different subject market.
And may not have known, and thank God they revealed it to him later. You know,
Jesus, help us.
I'm such and such. He's like, oh, okay, but you can't tell nowadays.
No, you can't.
But all right, different subject. Last one, Daniel Prude. The officers were acquitted.
Oh, he sound familiar.
He was the one was killed last year. In Rochester, I believe, New York. And
the mentally ill man.
And the officers were not, let go. No crimes, no conviction, or rather, seemed just, and they are all scot-free. And that family still has to deal with the passing of Daniel Prude.
Wow.
So we still did not get any justice.
In the words of Martin Luther King, an injustice anywhere is an injustice everywhere. Yeah. He's still fighting this fight in 2021.
Unfortunately, we are. Let's get into some comments. I have I got a couple.
So last episode we talked about, are you Brother Malcolm approach by any means necessary, or Brother Martin's approach, turn the other cheek? And we just wondered where people's minds were at, and we had some other things in the episode that maybe we got comments on, but
yes, let me jump to, so one commenter, new subscriber, named Only Christina, thank you for commenting. From a previous episode said, listen, I don't care about interracial dating at all. Okay. But just know you do lose a certain type of credibility when you stray from that. Laugh out loud.
Oh, do you? So I ain't gonna be Diva G if Mark come along.
If Philip come along.
Yes, I am.
Let's see.
Oh, yo, she got a point. I don't like when conscious black men for the cause be out there and they like Nat Turner. I love Nat Turner.
Mm-hmm.
Is it what Nate Turner?
Yeah,
I said Nat Turner like the Revolution.
Right.
But Nate, he had that movie.
What was it?
The Nat Turner Revolt.
Okay.
And then he just did American Skin, but his wife is just as lily white.
Oh yeah.
With his 4 white, half white daughters, and I don't mind interact, but he's so for the cause, and like you go home.
So you kind of.
So I'm ambivalent. I got different feelings about it. I love that he's bringing awareness, but that's not your reality when you go behind closed doors, brother.
Wee. Okay, moving right along. Shouts out to Ung for keeping it real. This is so rare to catch men just talking in personal about these types of things. I know plenty of family and friends where you are lucky enough to even get a phone call.
Oh.
So to embrace your family while they're still here is a wonderful thing. Thank you so much, The Visionaries Media, for that comment.
Thank you.
Sean has said writing and composing is the real money getter.
Come on, Sean.
You're not less of a musician / artist because someone writes for you. There's a reason why they want their material attached to a certain artist. And the artist is the star and will deliver the product in the way it should be delivered.
Nice.
I have to agree.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I don't like it when an artist doesn't write anything or doesn't have no input. Like, y'all write it and I'm gonna deliver the finished product.
Oh.
Nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. I totally agree with him. Writing is the money getter. I feel less of an artist if I'm letting someone write a lot of stuff for me and I'm just performing it. But nothing wrong with that. He's also lost power for 4 days.
Oh,
Yeah, so pray for him. And Pastor Paul, said Josiah in Texas.
Oh, he is in
boiling
Texas.
water. Yeah, he's lost power too. He's boiling water or something like that.
Oh, Josiah.
Yeah. And what's the last one? The movie was so good and insightful. It's just so crazy how the FBI / police can do these things and get away with it, even in the name of peace. They literally murder while leaving the murder weapon and still win the cases. So still so far for us to go.
Wow, who left that?
Again, The Visionaries Media. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Last one. I think I said that last time, but last one for real. The Black Panther Party was about policing the police. They were not terrorists, and it's so sad how they were treated. All they wanted to do was help black people. I don't know how Hoover or anyone can compare them to the KKK when their whole agenda was like killing and lynching black people. When they just wanted to protect black people and they're doing all these food pantries and medical stuff and hospitals, how can they're not even in the same category?
No.
I don't like that. How they can be compared to the KKK.
No, they should not have been.
That's
Because
it.
the KKK still standing. Black Panthers are here and there, but you don't hear much about them.
I know.
Around.
Would you join?
I probably would.
I think I would.
I would
too.
write for their paper. I don't know if I'm standing outside doing anything much. I'll be in the back journaling, writing.
You wouldn't be on the front line.
I know. I'm a back supporter.
I would be on the front lines.
Would you? Yeah, like you was out. Wasn't you all in one of my kids? Brother Malcolm was at a Black Lives Matter. I was like, what the hell you doing down there? You better get back home.
I gotta
and
put
sit
on
and squeak and support. Get your ass back home. Let them young people do that.
Listen, I'm for the struggle. For the struggle.
How ironic. You went to a Black Lives Matter protest and I didn't.
It's all good. It's all good. We both for the struggle, though. We support everything black owned. I think that's one of the podcasts we're going to do later about black ownership I'm sure we touched on it in the past,
Mm-hmm.
but we got to talk about it. Speaking of Black, this is the last podcast for Black History Month. And you have some interesting facts. Gia brought a book to the crib about 1,001 Black things or facts that you should know, or everyone should know. And I wanted to read one of them.
Okay.
This is number 318 of the book 1001 Things Everyone Should Know About African American History.
Okay.
Mississippi Black Codes. Mississippi had some of the toughest black codes. It required all blacks to have written proof of employment for the coming year each January.
Okay.
If an employee left a job before the end of a contract, he or she forfeited wages already earned. To discourage an employee's ability to barter for better employment, the state imposed a $500 fine on anyone who offered work to someone under contract. Blacks could not rent urban land. Vagrancy could be punished by fines or involuntary labor on plantations. Blacks were also punished for insulting whites or, remarkably, preaching the gospel without a license. This is in Mississippi, part of the Mississippi Black Codes. We were fined for preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ. People should really dig into what has happened to the African American being stripped from their, understand that we were involuntarily taken from our culture, our religion, our everything, stripped of who we are as a people, don't even know who we are, and then given someone else's idea of what we should be in their religion and everything else, and understand like the residual effect of that, and being pit against each other as well, which is why we've come a long way, but we understand why we don't always see eye to eye, or we have these conflicts amongst ourselves. It's things that was actually done to us.
Yes.
And just understand that. So when you see us upset and you understand our frustrations, and when we burn something up from time to time, so you can at least understand and not be so ignorant. I have a lot of friends that post stuff and just very ignorant to what has happened to us, and that we're still recovering from them. The ghettos are still there. We're still in poverty. They're still angry about it. They're still frustrated. They can't overcome these things. Like it's been too much on us, and we're tired of it, and we're speaking out about it. And we're trying. We're not always the best. We might mess up here and there, but we're trying to overcome this thing that's been on us for way too long.
Yes.
These chains that's on us for way too long. So you guys should check this out. 1001 Things Everyone Should Know About African American History. Gia, the professor.
I have a lot of the stuff that I brought up. This is like my go-to, because I feel as though as African Americans, we're so used to like Googling who was the first one to do this or who was the first one to invent this, but go deep into like the laws that we had against us and like our rights and our Constitution that was clearly taken from us. And so anybody can Google who was the first Black woman to do this or to do that, but just like what was going on in Mississippi in 1803,
South Carolina,
what was going on in South Carolina, like, what were they really doing to us? And it is horrible. And the last thing we want to leave off with in lieu of the last day being the podcast that we cover. Well, we definitely we've been covering our history forever, but like just to bring facts, and if you guys still want more facts,
let us
by
know.
all means, this is what we do.
Yes.
But being stripped of everything, I want to talk about us being stripped from our names.
That's a good one.
So being stripped from our names, and I couldn't find this in the book, but I did some research on this, and I talked about this a couple of years ago, and some people were like, they knew it and some people didn't know. But when we were freed, And black people found out, okay, you are now a free man, you are now a free woman. Either you can stay on this plantation and work, and your master would have to pay you or compensate you for something for working. Now that you are free, what do you want your name to be? And the ones that did keep their masters' names, because we were nameless, so a lot of them kept their masters' names, and a lot of us that could not read or write, we only knew certain things. We chose names that came from anywhere. So
like
if you're a black man or a black woman and your last name is Green
or Brown
or Brown
or White, yeah,
or White,
yeah.
Okay, Freeman. I'm a free man.
Yeah.
There's some history behind your names, and if you have a name that doesn't sound like it came from the English dictionary or didn't come from the English language, you'll know that your ancestors probably were white immigrants from like Ireland or Italy or something like that. But when it comes to like the Johnsons and the Smiths and the Jacksons, a lot of them used the presidents, Jeffersons, because they knew it was Thomas Jefferson, they knew it was Jackson, they knew Lincoln, Washington.
Yeah.
That they couldn't read, so my name will no longer be my master's name. My name is now Brown, the Brown lineage, the Green lineage, and that so we need to be conscious of being stripped even from your name. From your name.
Yeah. And another thing that you had just mentioned about the laws not being for us and what we went through. Hopefully you can see why we struggle with, the Constitution and, necessarily standing up for the American flag. Yes, America has given us freedom after oppressing us of our freedoms.
But the laws were not written with us in mind.
Never was.
The 13th Amendment amended, and we talked about this first episode. Yeah. They amended some things, but they never had us in mind when they wrote the laws. And now that the laws are being rewritten, or we're advocating to rewrite or just amend or just bring a remediation to some of y'all laws, especially in the South, because the South is which had it the worst.
Yeah.
When slaves escaped, they escaped to the North, and some laws allow for masters to get on the boats and come up north and look for their property, and they were allowed. So
we went up north or west, and they were still allowed to get us and claim property. We were considered property. We weren't even considered a human being. And if you look at, we always say history repeats itself. If you look at what's going on now, we're treated like property. George Floyd was nailed on like he was nothing, but y'all were going to uproar for a dog. Like a dog's value is deemed valuable than an African American, all because of our skin. So these are why we bring up these things. These are why people are frustrated. These are all the reasons why America has never cared about.
Yeah, and don't forget the significance of what y'all use y'all dogs for too. Listen, you can't bring up little things like, when y'all couldn't reach us, y'all loosed y'all dogs on us.
My God.
But Mike Vick went to jail for I digress.
You see that? Mike? You see that?
At one point, y'all dogs was allowed to chew into our skin until y'all can get us under submission just for sitting peacefully protesting.
But Mike Vick fights with dogs. Dogs against dogs, not against humans. Against dogs. Brother got to serve time. But
not saying that what he did was right, but what the hell we care about a dog? Y'all, they chewed on our ancestors' legs and arms for the sake of police brutality. And I'm growing into being a dog lover.
I do love a dog.
I can see why there's some people that
you do grow attachments to these animals. I'm not saying that. But what life is more important? Clearly, it's the dog.
Yeah, they trained dogs to attack us. Dogs were trained to attack us, and now.
Wow. So I love how you brought that in with Michael Vick. Good job.
Thank you.
So we're gonna talk about.
Well, Marquise is so annoyed. I can't wait to hear you on this. He is bawling, honey.
You consumers on OnlyFans, right? You know how I am. I'm not going to go into my rant about social media and consumption. By the way, I have no internet, so I can't even consume
so good for you.
Anything. I've been out internet less for the past couple of days.
You ain't been using a hotspot?
No. I didn't even know I had a hotspot around here. But no, I can't even watch TV. Everything's relying on my internet. I can't play music on my
speakers. So yeah, and he is an Apple fool. Everything is Apple Watch, Apple computer, Apple TV. If Apple come out with and you giving all.
Nope.
Yeah, you are. If Apple come out with a car, Marquise will buy an Apple car.
You know,
there's an Apple sound on every electronic thing in his house. Okay.
She's not lying about that. However, Apple does make the best.
Here we go.
The best products. I'm trying to tell her to leave Android, and I wish you those in the comments if you could just tell GF leave Android alone. Just leave your phone, get an Apple iPhone. It will be well off. But no internet, so I can't even consume anything. So I'm a little. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is OnlyFans.
What's the matter with OnlyFans?
And I saw it's being utilized.
Okay.
As basically like either soft porn or hardcore porn, I guess.
Really?
Yes. So, but I saw something on the news.
Okay.
That wife and husband is okay with this.
Okay.
His wife posting pictures on OnlyFans in her lingerie.
Okay.
And she's making $150,000 a month.
Okay.
Right?
This is what y'all spending y'all stimulus checks on?
That's one of my questions for us. Because I still can't understand going to the strip club. But at least it's some type of action happening. They're dancing in front of you.
Have you ever gone to a strip club?
I cannot comment on that.
What? You're a grown man. Yes or no?
One time with one brother, I will not say what the occasion was.
And you ain't throw no money?
I was being taught to. I never been to a strip club, so I didn't know anything. So he's like, "Yeah,
this is what you do.
This is what you do." And then,
did you place the dollar down with all of your mannerisms? Did you place it on her ass?
Bob, if you see this, I'm sorry, but no, I didn't. As a matter of fact, he was like, I kept paying the same girl.
That's why you mad at OnlyFans, but go ahead.
I kept paying the same girl. He's like, yo, what are you doing?
You supposed to.
I was just sitting there, just kept giving the girl money and she just kept dancing on me, and I'm just like, can we leave?
I wish my eyes could have seen it.
It was not a cool experience.
It was weird.
Yeah, I was like, can we leave? Okay. Kept paying the same person. So at least I can understand the strip club part.
Okay. Because there's
some interaction. There's some dynamic going on.
You can physically.
Yeah.
I thought you couldn't touch them at the strip club.
Probably now.
I don't know.
Because of the Me Too movement. Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not. You probably don't want to touch them. But I think before you could. And so she just posting pictures in lingerie and making $150,000 a month. The other thing is that I guess the school that her kids go to got wind of it and expelled the kids from school, saying, we don't agree with this. This is not what we do. You have to send your children elsewhere. So I have a lot of points to bring up.
Wow.
But my first question to you, to get your perspective on it, is that right of the school to expel the kids from their school for their mom, being on OnlyFans?
I do not think it's right for the school, but when you are making that much money and can afford a private school, this is what private schools can do. Private school can say, I don't like what your mother is doing, okay. And you can deny children the right of an education because of the sins of the father or the sins of the mother. I don't think that that's morally right, and it's a private, like,
okay.
Yeah. Christian or Catholic type school, but if she put them in regular school, she wouldn't have to worry. I mean, she'll have to worry about it on the other hand, but
what will be the other hand? Like people making fun of her?
Probably making fun of them, kids? But it's okay. OnlyFans. Don't you have to be? First of all, let's get into who subscribed to her OnlyFans account to expose her in the first place. Either it's a woman that's hating on her that don't look like her, or a man that can't get with her. There was one of the two, okay? Because we got two genders. Mm-hmm. So either was a woman hating or a man that can't get with her that exposed her to her kid's school.
That is a valid point. I would have to not argue that one. I agree. So I'm of the mindset, you can't do that to the children.
No.
But you're most likely right again. That is probably a private school.
Yeah.
And that's why they got expelled from private school. I didn't know they could just do that because you're paying money. But
yeah, you pay.
Or the case. So at a public school,
they cannot.
They can't do that.
You cannot deny the children the right of an education in any setting.
There you go. At a public school.
Okay.
So now,
private school, you wear your hair in two ponytails with two braids, and they don't like the way the braids look, they can kick you out. But they're privately funded, usually by the community that pours their money in. So now you have a community of people that are paying this school, and they all come together.
And they got a voice. They can advocate for their needs. Just the importance of coming together in unity. But we've been talking about that. We need our own school. Well, we do have our own schools. Okay. So I wasn't with that. The school doing that to the children, I thought that was wrong. Then I had to think, okay, what clowns would subscribe to someone and pay monthly to just watch someone take pictures in their lingerie? Who would spend their money on that? I don't know what the fee is. I don't know if it's $5 a month, $10 a month. I can never do that. I can never just. No. I feel like that's corny.
I mean, but we're adults. We know that they're not taking her lingerie pictures and sitting it next to a dozen roses with empty plates on it. We know what they're doing with the pictures, but is it worth what they're doing? Clearly, it is. $150K a month, sis. I ain't mad.
Okay. I got some more points. All right.
Okay.
Is it degrading to the? I'm asking. I'm not saying it is. I'm just asking. Do you feel like it's degrading that she would go on or anyone would go on OnlyFans? Post pictures of themselves for money.
Okay.
Or
pictures and videos.
I want to say videos, or I'm sure there's hardcore sex going on OnlyFans that you subscribe to. I've seen some people like post in their link, I do this, I play with this. If you want to subscribe. If you pay this tier, you get to private message me or request certain things.
Really?
Yeah, it gets that intense. You can request certain things to see me do. Et cetera, et cetera. Do you feel like that's degrading to women?
Well,
because
there's men on OnlyFans too. Like gay men are making a whole bunch of money, straight men are making a whole bunch of money, and women are making and then bisexual. Like there's different things as people are coming on. You have an issue with people doing things for attention, posting it for attention. If she doing this to feed her kids,
got no problem with it.
Baby.
Would you post pictures? Would you go on OnlyFans? Let's say not lingerie, but let's just say your feet. Because people have feet fetish. And you would you post your feet on OnlyFans and have subscribers to you?
If that was the only thing that I can think of to make money, to me, it's not an excuse, but I'm non-judgmental. if I need to post my feet for $20 times how much?
They're making a killing on
and my kids are eating and sleeping well at night, then if that was my last resource, then I probably would do anything I needed to do to take care of my kids.
Why does it have to be the last resource?
It doesn't. But some people just don't have different work ethics and different work values. Some people would rather just work out 3 days a week, get this nice body and post pictures than rather going and stocking boxes at Amazon. It's just that it's that person. You can say I look this way and I attract attention anyway, so why not monetize off of it? And if I can make more money doing this than I make breaking my back, I'd rather break my back. That's just the woman that I am. But the women that do prefer that, if it's solely to take care of your family, sis, I ain't got nothing to say about it.
Okay. So I have no judgment on it. I just asked, is it degrading before y'all come at me?
But you said her husband was in on it.
Like he
approved no. That's a different dynamic for me. Why I got to do this and I got a man laying next to me? No, Marquise. Because we just talking about her.
We talked about her, but I saw that the husband was out, upset that the kids got kicked out. He supports the OnlyFans. I'm sure, taking the pictures. Like, can you see your husband taking the pictures for you for your OnlyFans account?
This is for his eyes only. Husbands only club. Like, there's no way that I would resort to doing that. I wouldn't even consider a man that would consider helping me doing that.
Okay, so let's take it right back. So is that degrading to her? Because what you saying initially, I'm
saying her motives. If her motive is to take care of her children, then I'm not going to judge her for it. Do I think it's degrading for her to do it if she's taking care of her children? No. But I think it's degrading to have a man there with you doing it
and helping
to take care. Yeah.
Okay, so she's all right. So you're saying single, you maybe got family, whatever the case may be. You doing it. Do that. It's kind of like, I'm assuming strippers, right? I wouldn't say they're degrading, but they're doing what they got to do to provide for their family. They got to.
And then some of them that don't have families just want a different lifestyle. Let's just be honest. But to be honest, the OnlyFans really came up during the pandemic because people are home. Yeah. So we didn't hear much about it until like this year. I'm sure it started, a couple of years ago, but the popularity of it.
I thought it was for musicians. Like,
really?
I thought at least, a couple of years ago. Because, you have fans, you subscribe to you get exclusive content, kind of like Patreon. Kind of like
Patreon.
But then
they just twist it.
It's a hard
way to make money. Listen, sex sells. It don't matter where it is. Sex going it's the oldest profession for women in the book. So it's really always gonna sell. There's no way you can get rid of it. But
so you just have a problem with the man participating with it.
Absolutely.
And help her and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
You think that looks bad on him?
That's yes.
Or them?
I would say them. I would say them because you chose a man that's allowing you. So you just as stupid as he is. So you chose a man that's allowing you to do this in order to keep your kids in private school. Just take them kids, put them in public schools. You and your husband go find jobs and.
But I don't have that drive. I want to do this. I have a good figure, and I want to.
Then don't complain when they kick your kids out of school and when they get to public schools, because 15-year-olds are on OnlyFans because they will come. I'm not a mom shamer. Maybe that's why I'm ambivalent. I don't like mom shamers. People that, they find different issues out. And I'm not going to talk about men, but just women, because I think it's a woman behind this. It usually always is.
Yeah, no brother's going
No man is going to
complain.
Subscribe. Like, come on.
That is true. No man is complaining about that. I agree.
They're getting this rock off. Like, come on. He ain't taking it back to school, so it's a woman.
He placing the phone right there.
Girl, it's a woman. And I just don't like that y'all mom shame. Like, her kids don't have anything to do with what she decides to do to make sure that they are taken care of.
Yeah.
So to me, that's a part of mom shaming. Like, is she less of a woman and less of a mother that she doesn't work at Amazon and she chooses to take pictures of her lingerie? Sis, go to the gym 5 times a week so you can get the same body that she has and take your own pictures. But why bring that to her kids' school?
That's the part I agree with too. Like, why the kids got to suffer from that? I don't get that part.
I don't know if I'll put myself in a position to where my son will ever be embarrassed by me. I think
her picture was on the news.
Yeah, her picture was on the news.
Oh, you saw it too?
I saw a glimpse of it. She was.
Yeah, she was.
What race was she? Because
she
this
was white.
Black History Month. Oh, okay.
She was white.
Sisters, wait till March to get exposed by y'all kids' school. But that
what?
She probably live in like a very American suburb.
Probably.
She has the money to do private schools, and again, so once you have money, people think that you have a bit of an influence to where they can tell you what to do and tell you what not to do. And if you don't comply, then, your kids will get kicked out. I'm surprised they don't kick out the whatever community she live in. That's how far some people will take it if they disagree with your lifestyle. I just don't think that that's fair.
That's not fair because that is her choice, her lifestyle, and it's not affecting anyone, technically. Maybe the culture of that community, or maybe doesn't look good. It's like kind of the house on the street that's not, the grass is not always cut, kind of brings the property value down. I can understand the dynamics, but it's really not affecting other people.
So do you have an issue with her doing it for money and not her doing it for attention?
Oh, no, I didn't feel like it was attention. I felt like it was strictly pure money. Like,
yeah, but I know how you feel about attention, people that's on social media and on if the motive is different, how do you feel about it? She feeding her kids. Let's keep that in mind. It's not for likes and it's not for comments. It's literally for monetary value.
I didn't like it for the same reason about the husband.
Okay.
Like, your husband's okay with this? Mm-hmm. Like, I could not be okay with you posting lingerie pictures, even though you're bringing in $150,000 a month. Like,
that's a man. Marquise, you wouldn't even let your wife post a selfie. Because he's going to say, well, what you need to post a selfie for? I see your face every day.
That is not true, America. That is not true. You can post all the selfies you want, post all the body shots you want. Go ahead.
You going to let your wife post a body shot?
Wait, what do you mean by?
She in the gym.
Like turn to the side like this?
She in the gym working out and she encouraging other women to go work out, and this is her workout routine. She not really doing it for likes and comments, but she doing it like, this is my routine. This is how I get my, flat gut and big butt. You gonna let her post it?
I would not stop her from posting it. We might have a conversation though.
About posting it?
Yeah. But it's one thing if she was doing a video.
Marquise, you did a video working out with no shirt on and a glossy ass back, and I had to skip past the video. Look, come on with this double standard.
I was wrong.
Well, you ain't married either. You was completely single at the time.
But I was wrong. I shouldn't have posted.
Well, what you posted for?
My trainer said, "Yo, you need to post this one." That's the only reason why. The trainer said, "You need to post this one. This look nice. Look at your gains. Blah 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 blah." I said, "Okay." So I don't shout him out as well. I don't really post what I'm doing like that. Just to be clear. However, I should take that down. That's true. Matter of fact, your walk. I got some messages from people from your walk that you did.
Walk. What they say?
That's not for. Didn't you say she don't post for attention? That's what they said. No,
I don't.
Yeah, walk.
But that walk was fire, honey.
But that walk was not for attention?
No, I was playing around with my sister. It wasn't even on my phone. My sister recorded it.
Who posted it though?
My sister.
You didn't post it?
No, it was on her page. I reposted it. Yes, I did. I reposted it on my page. And you can go see the walk, honey.
The walk is mean.
And hills and ice. But you can't really see nothing.
Yeah, you can see a whole lot. I looked. Then I looked again. That's all right. It's my cousin.
So what was my intentions about posting that?
I felt, and others that said that.
Who was others? No. Others, come on. Because if y'all like the video and y'all sending Marquise, because we do got secret fans. You know, we got secret watchers. So shout out to the secret watchers. Thank you. But you can feel free to subscribe to the channel and also leave a comment because we see y'all.
Yeah. But they were saying they enjoyed the walk. They enjoyed the walk. But they're like, yo, did Gia say she don't post for attention? Ain't this the exact opposite of that? I said, I'm going to make sure I bring it up to her on the podcast. And I forgot to do it. That ain't going to make
a hill of beans. It ain't going to change not one thing. Okay. I had a mean walk. It was on Valentine's Day when Marquise was supposed to bring me chocolates, but we ain't talk about nothing. We ain't even going to go there that I ain't get my chocolates. And my sister called me like, sis.
Did I not text you though? Did I text you though?
Happy Valentine's Day.
I did. Did your son text you?
No. My son had somebody's little raggedy daughter out doing something he ain't got no business doing. Sorry. That's what you get for laughing at my misery. So I had to feel good on Valentine's Day.
That's why I made sure to text you. Woo, this is Charlie horse. Anyway, I made sure to text you just in case he didn't. He was supposed to. He has some raggedy daughter out.
He probably did. He probably did. My son is he's a eye catcher.
He is. He's tall. Yeah. He's handsome.
Tall, handsome, and he don't talk much. So
and I told him to keep his hands in his pocket when he walks. Always be cool and keep his demeanor low. He's mastered even what I do. So he's cool. He's an eye catcher. But that's neither here nor there. I did reach out to you for Valentine's Day. So back to OnlyFans. I didn't get my
chocolates though.
It's okay. It's coming.
I don't want them chocolates now.
Back to the walk. We all felt it was for attention.
Okay, y'all could feel whatever y'all want to feel, but was it a mean walk or not?
I looked at it. Okay, yes, it was a mean walk. You gonna keep it up there?
Of course, I'm gonna keep it up there until my husband comes.
Keep my shirt up there.
Listen, unless your wife come and tell you to take it down, you keep it up there. I'm just as single as a dollar bill. I ain't taking nothing down, and I don't feel convicted about it either.
Okay. So, OnlyFans. Are you joining OnlyFans to get that bread? To pay your bills? To just post your feet? Or just post your walk?
No.
You're not doing it?
Mm-mm. I don't require the same amount of attention as other people do.
You said she was just taking care of her family, her children. That's not attention.
My son grown. You better work at Amazon. I ain't got no babies to feed.
Okay.
And it don't take OnlyFans to feed their babies. There's mothers getting up at 4:00 in the morning, dropping their kids off by 5, in work by 6, picking them up by 2, come on. We do it every day. If you don't use it as an excuse now, because you're going to take whatever you put out there, you got to be strong enough to now take that back. Like I just sat here and defended myself. How you going to defend yourself about your OnlyFans page? You got to be strong enough that if you're going to put it out there, you're going to get some backlash, and you got to be strong enough to deal with what comes back. When it trickles down to your children is when I think, okay, is it worth it? Mm-hmm. But as a mom, I've been mom shamed, and I've seen that out. I think my son was like 6. Mm-hmm. He came and said, I said, why was you fighting? He said, the boy said, that's why your mother fat.
Oh, no.
When I tell you my 6-year-old beat the living daylight out this damn boy, I said, listen. And I felt so bad because he was protecting. I was like, that's right. You tell your mother fat and fabulous. You tell him that. He was like, so did he get in trouble for getting suspended for fighting because they called his mother fat? No. But I also got to realize, okay, I can't just run to his school sloppy any type of way. I got to keep myself together because people will pick. Then your children are affected by a lot of things that we do. So when appearances are everything.
Yeah.
So they see your mother out there with stuff like that, and I wouldn't put it past them putting it.
Some ugly flip flops on, just coming all raggedy,
running with a hair bonnet on, they gonna use whatever they can to get at your children, and it's a shame that it's adults doing it and not the children. But sis, if you stay on there long enough, it'll be the kids doing it. So I would suggest you get off
of it.
And get you a new husband. Could you imagine my husband saying, Gia, I like your walk. Let's monetize off of that. You gonna watch me walk right on out this damn door. I'm gonna walk you to your car and you gonna go back to where the hell you came from. My husband would never.
I don't think I would either. So that's the question of the day. Would you support your significant other posting on OnlyFans, sexy lingerie, whatever the case may be, to monetize, to make money, pay your bills, etc., etc.? Let us know what you think
we're
about
gonna
that.
Go deep on that because people post pictures of their kids to make money. They post pictures of their closets. They post pictures of. It's different things that you can post that you're good at. If you're a chef, if you work out, if you cleaning video, just different things that be creative if you're a mother or a father, because there's some men on OnlyFans that all a woman needs is to see the shadow of it. Oh, yeah. I'm not spending my manicure money to see the shadow of anybody's imprint on the OnlyFans page.
That's what I feel like. I couldn't pay to watch someone in lingerie just to look at the picture. I can't.
Yeah, your muscles don't mean that much for me to spend $19.99 a month on just to see it. I can't.
You can't touch it, right.
And you can't touch. No.
Yeah, but clearly a lot of people do. $150,000 a month. That's insane to me. But let us know in the comments. We want to hear from you. We want to know what you think. Would you support your significant other using OnlyFans, posting lingerie pics or whatever the case may be for the dollars? Please subscribe to the Millennial Minded Podcast. Marquise and Gia. This Charlie horse is killing me, so I got to go.
That was the Lord. Thank you, Jesus, for coming to my defense, because it came right around the time that you was accusing me of seeking attention. And
it was brought to my attention that you may have been seeking attention.
Well, you let somebody use you, and because of that, you let the devil use them, and because of that, Jesus always has my back.
Well, it's killing me, so I got to go. I got to go stretch. I don't know how I kept it together all this time. Whew. But,
I'm going to try to take some sexy pictures of Marquise while he's stretching to see if I can make a couple of dollars off of him. You know, he chocolate, honey.
Nobody want to see that.
Somebody want to see it. Them Africans that like them girthy men, I'm going to put him on a little dashiki, honey.
Well, that's funny. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you. We'll see you next week.